allows, ladies, fallen man to set his own trap. Allowing Haman to make his pride and arrogance to be the cause of his ultimate humiliation. Sometimes God just gives them enough rope to hang themselves. Literally. I wonder if that's not where that came from. You know? Proverbs 16:18. What does it say? Pride comes before the fall. Yeah. Let's look at Esther 6, 7, 8, and 9. You see that, Alicia? What's up there? We were on the same wavelength.
Oh, wow. That's
That's
great.
not a coincidence.
That's
God wants us to understand this.
I love that.
He's got a sense of humor, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of coincidence, when you started saying that, I thought, oh, she knows what's coming next.
Oh, that's I love it when God does that.
I do too.
I know what they're learning. I'm going to just throw a little humor in there.
It is so well. So we would like to read 7, 8, and 9.
I will.
Okay, thanks.
And Haman answered the king, "For the man whom the king delights to honor, let a royal robe be brought which the king has worn, which the king has ridden, which has a royal crest placed on his head. Then let his robe and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that he may array the man whom the king delights to honor. Then parade him on horseback through the city square, and proclaim before him, Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delights to honor."
Good old Haman. Yay! He doesn't know what he's saying here. Put on a royal robe, not just a royal robe, the one the king has worn, and go find a horse that the king has ridden, and then get one of his princes to lead him around and say all these great things about him. So, yeah. Good plan, right?
I bet he spit that out so fast he could not wait. Didn't we learn in church that when you're just bursting to say it, that's when you should shut up?
Yes.
Honestly.
The best time to hold your tongue is when you feel you must say something or bust.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So, absolutely.
So, in his childish desire to be praised and honored by everyone in the kingdom, he's showing that he's literally just puffed up by pride and nothing else. He's a tragic man. It is a tragic man. Sounds like there's a cow up there. I'm just excited my bathroom's getting her done. I don't care. It's going to sound really good on the camera too. I'm sorry, guys.
I forgot.
He was one that could only believe he had done well if he was hearing applause. He wanted everyone to know how special he was. Remember how he was bragging when he had the banquet with the king and queen? Not once, but twice. And he's the only one that was asked, and he's just, that's just his nature. And he really wanted people to ooh and ah and oh yes, this is so wonderful. You're awesome, Haman. I bow down and worship you. He wanted to be. In fact, that's what got Mordecai in trouble in the first place, isn't it? So, I want you guys to tell about a time when you were appreciated for doing something well. The question I want to ask is, how did that make you feel? And do you think it's right or wrong? Is it right or wrong to applaud man? Or when you received that applause, how many of you felt good about it?
Sure.
Is that okay? It is okay. All right. So what was the consensus about man, woman being praised or applauded or awarded for their efforts?
I think it's important for people. And that depends on how the taker of it
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as they're not
reacts,
getting
you
into
know,
their
and
head.
puffed up and, oh, look at me. You know, as long as you stay humble and grateful,
Yes.
then I think it's okay. We need
Well,
it.
we all do. We need to know we're doing okay.
I think God allows us to know that too. I think sometimes God sends us people to remind us,
You are
to
making
hear us physically saying, you did good.
Good job, good
And I
job.
think sometimes God allows us to have
I
that.
think you're, go ahead.
And it's just like we are running on our race, and the saints in heaven cheering us, and the Lord bringing us people to encourage us that, okay, you're doing good, push, good,
Right.
more.
And spur one another on.
Yeah.
Spur one another on to good works.
Yeah, and just the deceit of the enemy is when it gets to our head.
Yes. Anything, it's humbling. It's not, well, look at me and aren't you impressed? And you know, I think no one knows more than a Christian how really unimpressive we are. I mean, we are humbled by any award or applause that we get by man, but we also at the same time know what we really deserve. People will say, oh, you deserve it. No, really, the only thing I deserve is hell for eternity. Thank you very much. But I mean, we don't want to say that. But you just, what do you say? This is another thing that I wonder about. Can we not just say thank you? Can we not? Why do we have to get all nervous and, oh, that was nothing, or, oh, well, you know, it's the Lord. Okay, yes, we know it is the Lord. We know that. You know, if I give you a compliment and I see something good in you or you have done something, I know that it's the Lord. I already know that. It's a given. So when we say, oh, well, it's just the Lord, what we're saying is that we're accusing, not accusing, but we're saying that that other person thinks. I want to say when that happens, oh, I didn't mean it was you. I know it was the Lord. Just say thank you.
Right.
Because we understand it was the Lord. If a Christian is saying something to you, then
Be gracious.
it's almost like a rebuke. And I've done it. I'm guilty myself. I have. Because I get nervous and I think, sorry, Linda. Linda said, don't jerk your head, because I forget. See, I'm trying to talk to the online people, and so I'm going. Linda came over and whispered to me, she says, stop doing that. Just look. But I forget. It's so hard to just say thank you. Can I challenge you all to work on that this week? And I will too, because I struggle with it. Because we don't like that feeling of thinking that just by receiving a compliment, we're patting ourselves on the back and getting all puffed up like Haman.
Wanna look right